Good morning, everyone. Glad to see you here today. My name is Jeff Hooper. I'm the fire chief in Weaverville. Also, I'm on the steering committee here. I've asked to be the speaker today as far as getting this started today, and I've looked at what I'm supposed to do and said, I memorize this, do I look at it, what do I do? Some of it's memorized, and a lot of it's on this sheet. And one reason you're going to see me reading a lot today, because I want to make sure that I tell everything about each person here, because you are important here. Each one of you here is important. But more importantly, the nominees that are here. So if I get caught up in reading, I want to make sure it's done right and you get the proper information of what you come to see this morning. The purpose of today's award ceremony is to recognize and honor outstanding men and women in city, county, state, and federal government agencies in the Asheville-Buncombe area. We want to recognize the positive accomplishments of groups of individuals who have contributed significantly to their organization and to our community. It is indeed a special occasion. The recognition program began 20 years ago from an incentive begun through the leadership of Jim Christian, former director of the Charles George VA Medical Center, chairman of the Federal Executive Association, and former member of the Greater Asheville Public Service Council. I would like to now introduce you to the Greater Asheville Public Service Council. As I say your name, would you please stand? Dr. Mary Ann Curl, Interim Director, Charles George VA Medical Center. Wanda S. Green, the County Manager for Buncombe County. Terry M. Bellamy, Mayor, City of Asheville. Julia Sitton, Director of Governor's Western Office. And we would like to thank each one of those. At this time, I'd also like to recognize all of our elected officials in the audience. If you're an elected official, would you please stand and be recognized? Thank you for your hard work. Of course, preparations for this breakfast and ceremony take time and great personal effort. A steering committee made up of representatives from each of our local agencies has been meeting since late last year, making plans for this special event. I am proud to say we have a great team this year. Will the members of the steering committee please stand when I call your name? Chris Dallacus, University of North Carolina, Asheville. Jessica Dunlap, City of Asheville. Erica Germer, City of Asheville. Greg Hammer, National Climatic Data Center. Kathy Hughes with Buncombe County. Stacy Keith with Buncombe County. Tom Kotz, 14th Weather Squadron. Darlene Lauder, Charles George VA Medical Center. Ann Martin, University of North Carolina, Asheville. And Anita Metcalf, Asheville-Buncombe Technical Community College. Thank you for all your work. We would not be here this morning if it were not for your unselfish commitment to this program that we have. We also recognize that this program could not take place without the kind generosity of the following groups who have offered their financial support. Asheville-Buncombe Technical Community College, City of Asheville, Buncombe County, and the town of Weaverville. I would also like to take this time to thank those individuals who contributed their time and talents in support of this year's presentation. 14th Weather Squadron Color Guard, Carol Mars with UNC Asheville, Chaplain Garland Vance with Charles George VA Medical Center, Judy Davidson, Buncombe County, Tom Whitesides with the Charles George VA Medical Center. We thank you. The men and women we recognize today represents the excellence demonstrated in each of our agencies. Public service employees have been nominated in one of the 12 award categories by their peers, co-workers, supervisors, and individual agencies. From those nominated, each sector of government selected their finalists through an internal screening process from those finalists. A blue ribbon panel comprised of local, civic, and business leaders selected one winner in each category. The blue ribbon panel also selected an overall winner who will honor today as the Excellence in Public Service Employee of the Year. We are fortunate to have some of the members here from the Blue Ribbon panel present here today, and we'd like to recognize them. Ray Denny, Asheville Area Chamber of Commerce. If you'd please stand, Mr. Denny. Kevin Montgomery, United Way of Asheville and Buncombe County. I don't believe he's here today. Bill Murdoch with Eblin Foundation. And Christine Weaver with YMCA. Thank you. And we thank each of you for reviewing the nominations. There were 45 nominations this year, and it took quite a while for them to review it. Thank you again for being here with us today as we join in recognition of our public service champions who gave of their time and talent so remarkably to our community. Joining us today as hosts to this wonderful facility and to officially welcome to you the University of North Carolina Asheville campus is Dr. Ann Ponder, Chancellor. Welcome.
Good morning and welcome to the campus of UNC Asheville. We are delighted to host a gathering of those who represent the very best in public service in our tradition. We're here to celebrate excellence. As Aristotle said, we are not what we repeatedly do. Excellence then is not an act, but a habit. We are so pleased to honor those regular, repeated habits of excellence that have been recognized and appreciated by fellow employees, and we congratulate you for your commitment to making ours a better community. Before we announce the awards, we have a keynote address by Al Root, Mayor of the town of Weaverville. Please come forward, Al Root.
Great pleasure and honor to be able to speak to you here today. Actually, my first job out of school was as a public employee. I went to law school, and in 1980, I found myself as an assistant district attorney in Brooklyn, New York. Now, I note Ron Moore, our district attorney for Buncombe County, has been with us today, and I can guarantee you he would think that probably explains a lot of the problems in New York City that I got a job up there as an assistant DA. But I found myself going to court. Now, I'd been up there 2 weeks. We had fairly extensive training on what to expect in a courtroom trying a lawsuit. The problem was they were sending me to court the first day to take guilty pleas. We're in a courtroom of about, I'd say, 200, 250 defendants. There is a judge. There is a public defender. And there's me, this kid who's grown up in what was then rural Virginia, and I've been to college and law school in fairly small towns. So there I am in court. First case is called. Get a real quick chance to look at the court file. It is a gentleman who, as we put it, I believe it had a lot of contact with the court system, I believe is the phrase we used. He is accused, as I recall, of slashing someone with a knife, I think, is what it basically comes down to. He's there to plead guilty. That's the way we did things in Brooklyn. The judge turns to me and says, "Mr. DA, what do you propose as far as a punishment?" Well, in New York, we had a various list of things to choose from. This is a misdemeanor court. I look down and see we've got a guy with a significant record. He's injured someone. Say, "Judge, I suggest 30 days in jail." Now, frankly, today in Buncombe County, I suspect I had that same defendant. They'd wonder why I wasn't suggesting more than 30 days. But remember, I'm in New York City, 1980. The judge basically stops, looks at me, says, "Son, come up to the bench, please." Which is a bad sign. I'm called up to the bench. The judge leans over, and he says, "Son, you're not from New York City, are you?" Which I was not. So basically, we spent the rest of that day, the judge and I reached a very quick understanding that he would more or less suggest what the DA what might normally ask for. I would basically follow his lead. We got along fine the rest of that day. What that quickly taught me was that when you're a public employee and you do something that people find questionable or wrong, they are very quick to tell you that. Unfortunately, the converse usually is not true. When you do your job well, folks have a way simply of expecting that of you. What I love about this organization is its job is to try to help fill in that gap, to recognize the people who are out there doing the good job every day, who are really serving their community, and do what we can to foster that kind of performance. And I noticed on the program, my keynote address was supposed to be over by now, but let me take a few more minutes of your time. So I gave some thought to what is it that sets apart that truly great public employee. Now, I've been a lawyer here for about 25, 30 years, and what I have found in my practice when I am dealing with public employees, it's really asking for information of some sort that I need for developing some case of mine, whatever. And while it's certainly the case that I honor and really need timeliness and accuracy, what I remember later on is the courtesy. And it's a difficult thing for a public employee who is there working day after day, hour after hour, dealing with members of the public who are quite often not courteous to you at all. But what I remember later on, the person I come back to, the person I honor, is the person that not only can do their job, but find a way to do it in a way that's courteous to me, courteous to the public. And I think that is so true of Western North Carolina, the Asheville greater area, that's something we honor, something we frankly do. Another odd part of my life is that back in the mid-late 1980s, for about 2 or 3 years, I was actually the president of the Kenilworth Residents Association. Now it's funny because the folks after me, I think several of the folks after me ended up on Asheville City Council, whereas I got out of town, actually moved out of Asheville when I was done, so it was a different performance. But in that role, I found myself more as an advocate for the folks living in Kenilworth. And what I found there was that the public employees who did me the biggest favor, and I think did the town the biggest favor, the city the biggest favor, were the folks who could explain to me what it was I didn't know, what I wasn't seeing. I was there to advocate for Kenilworth, our residents there. It was the folks that could explain the big picture to me that did me the biggest favors and did everybody the biggest favors. And the quality I took away from that was the quality of empathy. Understanding where I was coming from, knowing that I did not see the big picture, knowing that, however, I probably thought I did, and being able to work with me to overcome that and do a better job for me and the folks I was advocating for. And I think, again, that is what marks the excellent public employee. And again, I think we're lucky in Western North Carolina. That's what we see by and large. Finally, as was mentioned, I now find myself as mayor of the town of Weaverville after serving many years as a councilman for Weaverville. And what I've come to really treasure from our folks, Jeff, our town manager, Mike Morgan, is honest advice. It's easy to tell me what I want to hear. It's far more important to tell me what I have to hear. And what I've noticed these folks, and what I've noticed across Western North Carolina, is the understanding and willingness to be the face of government. I'm lucky. I just get a couple hours a day maybe where folks will see me on the street, maybe just minutes on the street. and they'll think of me in terms of the mayor, town of Weaverville, face of Weaverville. You as public employees find yourselves all day long being the face of government. You do an excellent job. You make people like me have an easier job because of you. I understand this organization honoring that. I'm very happy, therefore, to be here to honor you today, and thank you so much for all the work you do. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mayor Root. I would now like to introduce our Masters of Ceremonies, and before I do, I'd like to introduce them, but also read their bio for them too, please. Our Master of Ceremonies are the Dr. Ann Ponder, the Chancellor of UNC Asheville, and also Dr. Hank Dunn, the President of Asheville-Buncombe Technical Community College. Dr. Ann Ponder became the 6th Chancellor of the University of North Carolina, Asheville in October 2005. Chancellor Ponder is a native of Asheville and lifelong educator. She earned her bachelor's, master's, and doctoral degrees in English from the University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill. She began her academic career at Elon College, now Elon University in North Carolina, and later served in both teaching and administrative capacities for Guilford College in North Carolina and Kenyon College in Ohio. Before joining UNC Asheville, Ann Ponder served for 10 years as president at Colby Sawyer College, a private liberal arts college in New London, New Hampshire. In addition to serving the university, Chancellor Ponder is a member of the Mission Hospitals Audit Committee and the United Way of Asheville and Buncombe County Board of Directors. She also serves as a member of the Asheville Community and Economic Development Alliance. Dr. Hank Dunn. Recently, Dr. Hank Dunn was named the 5th president of AB Technical College. Also, he has served as Chancellor of IB Tech's Central Indiana region, the largest in the state's network of 14 community college regions. His career includes more than 25 years in business and higher education in Florida, Ohio, and Indiana. When living in Florida, he earned an Associate of Arts degree in General Studies from Indian River Community College. He holds a bachelor's degree in History and Education from the University of Florida, a master's degree in Guidance and Counseling from Florida Atlantic University, and a doctorate in Higher Education Administration from the University of Florida. Dr. Dunn's civic engagements in Indianapolis have included serving as a member of Second Helpings Incorporated, a nonprofit organization dedicated to ending hunger, several committees of Chamber of Commerce, the Center for Leadership Development, and the Neighborhood Housing Partnership, and a private industry council.
Thank you, Mayor Root, and for those inspiring words. I also want to welcome as the co-MC this morning, Dr. Hank Dunn. Hank has been with us about 90 days, and so we are raising him up right here.
Well, I'm still on probation, so teach me.
He's going to not only assist with today's ceremony, but he's already agreed to host and MC next year's award ceremony. We will now present our awards to the various categories for service, so I have some instructions about what you need to do. When we announce each nominee's name, please come to the front to receive your award, and we ask that you stay up here until all the nominees and the category overall winner are announced. And then once that's completed, please proceed to the back of the room. There's a banner behind the black drapery there, which has the logo banner, and that's where the photographs will occur. Okay? Excellent. So this first group, we'll see how well you set the standard for everyone else. The nominees in our first category are finalists for Outstanding Executive Manager Award. First is Scott Burnette, Outstanding Executive Manager. Chief Burnette is a shining example of a progressive and dedicated fire chief. He is well respected by the community, the elected body, his peers because of his tireless commitments to excellence. The achievements that Asheville Fire Department has made are because of his leadership and dedication to improvement. The Asheville Fire Department is recognized as one of only 138 accredited fire departments in the world, and Chief Burnette himself is accredited as a Chief Fire Officer conferred by the Center for Public Safety Excellence. These achievements are a reflection of the commitment and dedication that Chief Burnette brings to the community each and every day. The second nominee is Gail West. The job responsibilities of the director of a residential facility serving 156 residents and 438 employees can be simply stated as make it all happen. The implementation of that mandate encompasses oversight of a multi-million-dollar budget, recruitment and training of a diverse staff, maintenance of a 70-year-old building, and most importantly to Ms. West, ensuring that the residents of Black Mountain Neuromedical Treatment Center have the highest quality of life that can be provided. She meets with each of these responsibilities with an energetic, thoughtful, deliberative, and caring manner that embodies the highest level of professional competence. Please help me congratulate Gail West. Please help me congratulate the overall recipient of the Outstanding Executive Manager Award is Scott Burnette.
And continuing on, and just a quick note to say thank you to Ann for allowing me to co-MC with her on this event. Glad to be here. I've not been at a place where this has been done before, so I congratulate the area and anyone else who was involved in this. To recognize folks who stand in the trenches every day is tremendous. So congratulations to all of you. I'm going to read the nominees in this category are for finalists in Outstanding Manager Award, and Melissa Acker is one of the outstanding managers, and Melissa will come forward. Melissa Acker's impact has felt well beyond the day-to-day expectations of managing UNC Asheville's grounds department. Over the past 5 years, Melissa has secured grant funding to establish stormwater retention systems and new wetlands areas that allow the university to treat over 70% of the stormwater runoff. Congratulations. In an effort to engage UNC Asheville students while also supporting the university's emphasis on sustainability, Melissa is heavily involved with the project to develop a campus garden, the Ancient Garden Club, restoration of the American chestnut on campus, a project to benefit Glen Creek, an organic athletic field program, stormwater mapping, and an invasive species project. Congratulations. The next nominee for Outstanding Manager is Daryl Fisher. If Daryl would come forward. In addition to his great achievements and accomplishments in his career, Captain Fisher of the City of Asheville's Police Department should also be recognized not only as a superior leader, but as a man who loves and admires his wife and children. Captain Fisher is dedicated to both the profession of law enforcement and to his family. This devotion builds a productive foundation for employees who admire Captain Fisher as a leader, a teacher, a mentor, and someone who exemplifies the meaning of excellence in public service. Congratulations. The next nominee is Bruce A. Hall. Bruce Hall is the epitome of a true leader. He leads by example, promotes a positive and productive work environment, and most importantly, he empowers his people. Bruce gets results. The successes achieved by the Southern Research Station Acquisition Office are a direct reflection of his leadership, management style, teamwork, and dedication. Bruce provides outstanding support to his customers and subordinates each and every day. Congratulations. The next nominee for Outstanding Manager is Matt Stone. Under Matt's direction, the County Permits and Inspections Department has become a one-stop shop for all permitting in the county, including wells, septic tanks, building, electrical, and plumbing permits, and inspections. This consolidation has saved citizens time by putting all these functions under one roof. The consolidation has saved the county money by reducing positions through consolidation of duties. Matt never loses sight of the department's mission, but he makes these decisions with kindness and integrity. The Permits and Inspections Department, Buncombe County, and all the citizens are truly fortunate to have Matt Stone in this leadership position. Congratulations, Matt. The overall recipient of Outstanding Manager Award is Daryl Fisher. Congratulations.
He's pretty good at it, isn't he? Good job. The nominees in this category are finalists for the Outstanding Supervisor Award. Kevin Haughinberry, Outstanding Supervisor. Kevin epitomizes the excellence in public service. In the absence of several levels of his management team, Kevin stepped up to the plate as an interim shop supervisor for the city of Asheville, performing many management duties while also directing the shop to the Automotive Service Excellence certification, implementing new inventory software, and partnering with local community colleges for mechanic internship opportunities. He took an opportunity to make the fleet better while under his watch, while combating a brutal disease and its debilitating treatments. The second nominee in this category is for recognition is Keith Miller. Keith has been employed by the Buncombe County Tax Department for 14 years. He is responsible for supervising 12 real estate appraisers and assessing tax values for over 120,000 properties. Keith is responsible for designing and implementing a new tracking system to better utilize employee work time, which has improved workflow efficiency by 18%. Through Keith's leadership, his staff has increased their production by 24%. Keith has developed 3 educational classes approved by the International Association of Assessment Officers and the North Carolina Department of Revenue that have saved Buncombe County $25,000 and are providing cost savings for the 14 counties in the western region. The next person for recognition as an outstanding supervisor is Shelley Sellers. Shelley Sellers is an outstanding supervisor who utilizes her engaging and mentoring management style to bring out the best in UNC Asheville's residential housekeeping team. By grasping the big picture of the Division of Student Affairs and the university, she is able to communicate that vision and how housekeeping fits into it. As an example of her initiative, Shelley has taken the lead in working with students who have community service hours to complete, either on or off campus. This program engages the students and challenges them to use this opportunity as a way to give back to the community and to learn and grow through the process. The fourth is Richard Wright. Mr. Richard Wright, with his diverse background in database administration and software engineering, is the 14th Weather Squadron's premier software developer and troubleshooter. Rich provides expert leadership over a team that develops and maintains software for a $20 million computer system, which does in atmospheric data used to generalize special climatological and weather products for the Department of Defense. His expertise, his can-do attitude, and his dedication to both his team and his squadron's mission make Rich a driving force for innovation that places the 14th Weather Squadron at the forefront of providing the best climatological and weather support to the U.S. military. Congratulations to all of you. The overall recipient of the Outstanding Supervisor Award is Kevin Haughinberry.
The next category is Outstanding Professional Employee. First nominee is Karen Caldwell. For the past 10 years, Karen has persistently educated and advocated for policy changes in support of smoke-free environments, especially for our children. As a testament to Karen's hard work as a tobacco prevention coordinator for the Buncombe County Department of Health, less than 2% of local restaurants are now fully compliant with the new state smoking law. We thank Karen for her hard work and strong leadership as a very deserving public health advocate. Thank you. The next nominee is Chris Fay. Chris Fay is AB Tech's Criminal Justice Technology Chair. Fiercely believes in public service ultimately requires that those who deliver those service have their eyes, minds, and perspectives opened a bit wider. To create meaningful learning experiences for a student, Chris uses many interactive activities and demonstrations to supplement lecture or assigned research activity. His popular perfect crime assignment challenges students who initially assume they are capable of carrying out a perfect crime to actually come up with one while dealing with a wide variety of contingencies that may not have been previously considered. The next nominee is Andy Mace. Officer Andy Mace, Community Policing and Chaplain Coordinator for the Weaverville Police Department, is credited with reviving the Community Policing Department. Over the past 7 years, the Cops for Kids program has raised over $62,000 in funding to benefit 800 underprivileged families and citizens. The McGruff House program provides a safe haven to lost, scared, or injured children. Andy's dedication to the citizens of West Weaverville has improved the quality of life for all residents and police and citizens partnerships within the community. Congratulations. The next nominee is Mr. George Moody. George Moody is a team leader of the 14th Weather Squadron Data Quality Section, assigned the task of ensuring the integrity of the Department of Defense's sole worldwide climatological archive. His efforts were critical to the success of a massive $250,000 project to modernize a 30-year-old weather archival process. By creating processes for user-defined web-based climatologies, George's efforts have been instrumental in helping to create one of the greatest innovations in climate science in a generation. In all, George Moody, top civilian within the squadron, is credited with correcting over 350 million weather database inaccuracies in 2009, having tremendous impact within the military. The last nominee is Maggie Ullman. Maggie would come forward. In addition to being the city's energy coordinator, Maggie Ullman has a great love for the outdoors, biking, and investing in the community of Asheville, inside and outside of the office. Her fun sense of humor, high energy, and enthusiasm have given the city a green fever. Maggie has also implemented the city's first internal sustainability management plan, which helps demonstrate the city's commitment to sustainable initiatives locally, regionally, and nationally. Her commitment to the City Council's carbon reduction goals, the community of Asheville, and the environment are deserving of high recognition and praise. Congratulations to all of you. The overall recipient for Outstanding Professional Employee Award goes to Chris Fay. Congratulations, Chris.
The nominees in this category are finalists for the Outstanding Administrative Support Employee Award. Ann Markle, Outstanding Administrative Support Employee. Ann Markle is a valued member of NCDC's Remote Sensing and Applications Division. Her exceptional skills and initiative ensure the successful establishment of the new Cooperative Institute for Climate and Satellites in Asheville. She accomplished this by providing critical administrative services to the new institute director while simultaneously maintaining her high standard of administration and customer service for a division of over 40 scientists and programmers engaged in climate data stewardship activities. Congratulations. Suzanne Middleton. In 3 years of service to the District Attorney's Office, Suzanne Middleton has risen from an entry-level victim witness position to a legal assistant, overseeing all of the critical day-to-day operations of the District Attorney's Office. Her involvement with the Automated Discovery System project, the Criminal Gang Database, and the Habitual Felon Notebook for the state legislature, and the Criminal Justice Integrated Project are just a few examples of how Suzanne's unique ability to be a quick study has enhanced the office's ability to embrace new technology and to be a leader among all district attorneys' offices in the state of North Carolina. Congratulations. Lora Morgan. Lora is the epitome of an excellent public servant for the city of Asheville. Her phenomenal administrative abilities, positive influence, desire for continual self-improvement are a manager's dream for an administrative support employee. As a testament to her dynamism, Lora has led implementation of components of a new software system, brought organization to her department, and led the United Way campaign for several years. Whether through her influence with Kayla student interns, her involvement in Red Cross blood drives, or her volunteering efforts with the Victory Junction Gang, Lora's impact is readily apparent. Congratulations. Please help me to congratulate the overall recipient of the Outstanding Administrative Support Employee, Lora Morgan.
The nominees in the next category, which is Outstanding Trades, Crafts, and Service Maintenance Employee Award. First nominee, Tommy Carver. As an outstanding employee for the City of Asheville, Tommy Carver utilized his breadth of knowledge and considerable skill to complete several key projects for the city in various departments while overcoming some significant personal hardships in 2009. While struggling through the loss of his only parent, Tommy was able to step in and step up and help complete some key projects for the city, including the one-stop shop relocation project, site work for the Oakley Police Substation, and site work for covered transportation shelter. All of this was accomplished with a can-do attitude that Tommy is well known for. Congratulations to you. The next nominee is Terry Franks. Terry Franks is an ideal employee of the Charles George VA Medical Center. He's a self-starter, an innovator, an inventor, a self-taught master of many skills, and a keen diagnostician and fixer of problems. He is compassionate and relational, a true servant leader. Terry is a family man, a man of faith, an active volunteer, and a veteran. His commitment to repairing the jukebox for the Community Living Center and work upgrading the television system without vendor support provided a cost savings of over $42,000 to the center. He's top quality. Congratulations to you. The next nominee is Robert Luttrell. Robert Luttrell of UNC Asheville's housing team has a tireless work ethic that is unmatched. He is committed to seeing projects through to completion, whether it involves a routine task or water leak in the middle of the night. As a testament to his initiative and creativity, Robert has found and implemented ways to reduce costs associated with furniture, maintenance, and resulting in savings of more than $10,000 per year. He is an incredible and valuable member of UNCA Asheville's housing team. Students and the entire university community continue to benefit from the skills, knowledge, initiative, and drive that Robert brings to work each day. Congratulations, Robert. The overall recipient for Outstanding Trades, Crafts, and Service Maintenance Employee goes to Terry Franks. Congratulations.
The nominees in this category are finalists for the Outstanding Technician, Assistant, or Aide Award. Mike Martinelli. In 2009, Mike Martinelli of Buncombe County's Department of Social Services has maintained a 24-hour turnaround for routing applications and recertifications to each of the caseworkers in the Children's, Medicaid, and Health Choice Division. This impressive standard is well below the state mandate of a 3-day turnaround. Mike has used his computer expertise to develop numerous automated programs that have significantly streamlined routine processes. Although Mike's workload has grown by 20%, his time-saving efforts have eliminated the need for additional staff. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Tammy Meadows. Through creativity and dedication to her job as a restorative care aide, Tammy Meadows of the Black Mountain Neurological Treatment Center improves the lives of the center residents. By getting to know each of her patients, Tammy creates unique motivational approaches that encourage residents to complete sometimes painful exercises designed to restore mobility. One resident may respond well to the use of a favorite stuffed animal, while another may be motivated by that favorite cup of cappuccino. Her advocacy for the residents of the center, her adaptability, her creativity, and her standing as a role model make Tammy an example of someone who makes a meaningful impact on those she serves. Congratulations. Shannon Morgan. Blessed with the gift for gab, Shannon Morgan speaks as easily to the Harvard-educated CEO as he can to the common working man. His ability to connect and relate to such a wide variety of people has helped to facilitate the resolution of zoning enforcement issues with minimal conflict. Shannon exemplifies the city's core values and is a devoted employee that can be called on to assist the organization in whatever way he can, whether it is to shoo traffic jamming cows out of the road, investigate dead animal skins on a porch in a historic district. You can count on Shannon to volunteer with a smile. He's probably doing one of those at the moment. Technical Sergeant Andrew Porden. Technical Sergeant Andrew J. Porden is a computer systems programmer assigned to the software engineering team as the non-commissioned officer in charge of the 14th Weather Squadron. Andrew's selfless dedication to duty, his can-do attitude, was instrumental in helping the software development team complete 170 projects. His technical expertise and exemplary leadership led to the integration of Google Earth mapping technologies with weather support, providing a one-stop shop for Air Force fighters needing quick access to important applications through a user-friendly interface. Congratulations. The overall recipient of the Outstanding Technician, Assistant, or Aide Award is Technical Sergeant Andrew Porden.
The next team are finalists for the Outstanding Team Award. So this is for a team. First nominee is Global Institute for Sustainability Technologies. Please come forward, at least a representative of that. AVTech's Global Institute for Sustainability Technologies team represents many aspects of what is special about Western North Carolina, and they exemplify the commitment to service that is an integral part of the college's culture. After obtaining funding from the Department of Energy, this team executed a number of strategies, including the initiation of more than 30 sustainability-related continuing education classes serving 350 students, a new sustainability technology degree program, a media room to support workforce training, and 3 demonstration areas supporting training and community education. Their contributions above and beyond job expectations will continue benefiting the community for years to come. Congratulations. The next team is the NCDC graphics team. Sarah Vesey, Deborah Riddle, and Glenn Hyatt. The National Climatic Data Center's graphics team is recognized for producing a series of major national scientific reports detailing the impacts of climate change in the United States. Their effort in organizing and illustrating the scientific studies into landmark reports ensure that the scientific findings are readily available to the public, the media, and decision makers at all levels. The team's talent and dedication to this task communicate the ongoing effort to understand how policymakers can plan for impacts and how Americans can better adapt to an uncertain and continuously changing climate. Congratulations. The next team is the One Stop Development Services construction team. Alec Arthur, Rick Burton, Dodie Campbell, Mark Case, Larry Davis, Jay Eichhorn, Eric Hagan, and David Souther, and Dan Stewart. The City of Asheville's one-stop construction team overcame huge obstacles in completing a remodel of 11,000 square feet of the Public Works building. They achieved the goal with only half the budget of what might have been expected for such a project. Examples of innovative, budget-friendly practices included having the fire department practice forcible entry on the block walls to remove them, and enlisting public works employees and equipment to remove the construction debris. The team worked to minimize the interruption to customers during the construction, completing the project ahead of schedule and under budget. Congratulations, team. And the last team is the H1N1 team: Chris Emery, Sue Ellen Morrison, Nell Gregory. Buncombe County's Department of Health H1N1 team responded to a Phase 6 worldwide pandemic, one of the largest worldwide pandemics since the flu of 1918 that killed an estimated 30 million people. The team was charged with the delivery and administration of the H1N1 vaccine to high priority groups and then to the community as a whole. As a result of this team's action, school absenteeism was kept under 10% at the peak of the pandemic. Business absenteeism was kept under control, and viral transmission and additional deaths were prevented. Congratulations to you. The overall recipient of the outstanding team goes to the One Stop DSC Construction.
Great teamwork. Congratulations. I've just seen Mayor Bellamy, who has arrived. Welcome, Mayor. Thanks for joining us this morning. The next category, the nominees in this category are finalists for the Outstanding Community Service Award. Julie Heinisch for the Hoyt Abney Community Service Award. Julie Heinisch, UNC Asheville's Director of Development, leads a double life. By day, she's meeting with potential donors who can benefit the university's scholarships and programs. By night, she's leading multiple volunteer boards that help make the community a better place. From her chairmanship of the Literacy Council of Buncombe County to her current and past board membership in numerous Western North Carolina organizations, Julie's outstanding contributions to her community were recognized in 2009 when she received UNC Asheville's Distinguished Community Service Award. Congratulations. The second nominee for the Hoyt Abney Community Service Award is Kendra Turner. Kendra is an ideal nominee for the Hoyt Abney Outstanding Community Service Award, as well as her exceptional professional demeanor as an executive assistant for the City of Asheville. Kendra is an outstanding community advocate. As a mother of two, Kendra has invested much of her personal time into the community where she raises her family with husband Harmon Turner. Whether through her involvement with the Martin Luther King Jr. Prayer Breakfast, Girls on the Run, the Parent-Teacher Association, or Asheville Greenworks, Kendra is dedicated to the community in which she works and lives. Congratulations. The overall recipient of the Hoyt Abney Outstanding Community Service Award is Kendra Turner.
The next category is finalists for Outstanding Contribution to Improving Diversity. First nominee, Michelle Haithcock. As a leader of AB Tech's Diversity Committee, Michelle Haithcock has been instrumental in helping to grow AB Tech's engagement in diversity programming from 750 attendees during 2005-06 to participating exceeding 2,000 people in 2009. Through Michelle's strategic use of marketing, her engagement of faculty and staff, her community outreach, and her leadership in creative programming, AB Tech can claim to have a model diversity program. While all of these accomplishments would be noteworthy for a dedicated diversity manager, the fact that Michelle has a full-time responsibility for recruitment and student activities makes her contribution to the campus and the community even more outstanding. Congratulations, Michelle. The next nominee is Robert West. Robert West of the City of Asheville absolutely embodies the spirit of diversity and inclusiveness of the various cultures found within the city and his department. He has recognized that the Eastern European culture is fast-growing in Western North Carolina and has taken it upon himself to learn the complex Moldavian language to better incorporate the Eastern European community into the city's workforce. His efforts toward communicating with diverse communities has enabled the city of Asheville to find workers for difficult-to-fill skilled positions. Congratulations. The next nominee is Grace Young for outstanding contribution to improving diversity. Thanks to Grace Young, Program Coordinator for Buncombe County Parks, Greenways, and Recreation, the Special Olympics program in Buncombe County has been returned to its previous accreditation and to a level of professional organization that is needed to maintain the program. In addition, she has added new fundraising avenues and increased the number of volunteers dedicated to the program to 750. Congratulations, Grace. And the overall recipient for the outstanding contribution to improving diversity goes to Robert West.
Next is the Outstanding Heroic Act Award. This goes to Frank Stroop. Please come forward. Frank Stroop, motor equipment operator for the City of Asheville, went above and beyond while on duty one night while applying salt to an icy road. He saw a car skid off the road and flip into an embankment. After assisting the driver out of the upside-down vehicle, he used his emergency medical technician training to save a driver, kept the driver warm, and administered first aid until the paramedics arrived. By going above and beyond the call of his normal duties, Frank is the overall recipient of the Outstanding Heroic Act Award.
Next category. The nominees in this catalyst are finalists for the Suzanne Turner Unsung Hero Award. Would Mark Case please come forward? Mark Case is Assistant Director of Building Safety for the City of Asheville, exemplifies every manager's dream of what the employee who goes out of their way to make things better, lowers costs, and exceeds customer service, and makes decisions that are fact-based and good for overall. Mark is always the go-to person, even when the problem is not his responsibility. When assisting others, he goes out of his way to determine the exact problem, the desired result, and a plan for meeting expectations in a way that develops trusting relationships with both customers and coworkers. Congratulations, Mark. The next nominee is James Coleman. Jim Coleman of Buncombe County's Planning Department is a dedicated 31-year employee with public service and a perfect example of an unsung hero. With fortitude and quiet perseverance, Jim has been a leader in providing citizens and communities with the technical assistance and guidance needed to address community concerns in the areas of growth and land use development, social and economic development, and environmental quality. Jim continues to be a mentor and a guide to the youngest members of the Planning Department. With his long-standing dedication and commitment to the people, history, and heritage of Buncombe County, he exemplifies the camaraderie and team spirit at the heart of the Suzanne S. Turner Award. Congratulations. The next nominee is Michael Hunsucker. Michael would come forward. Mr. Mike Hunsucker is an Air Force civilian employee with the 14th Weather Squadron. Known by his friends and co-workers as a generous, caring person, Mike is often described as the father figure for the squadron. He mentors co-workers, particularly active duty military, as they face decision points in their lives and career. He supports veterans as exemplified by his involvement in the Honor Air program that allows World War II veterans an opportunity to visit the World War II Memorial in Washington, D.C. It is this spirit that leads his friends and co-workers to believe Mike Hunsucker is truly an unsung hero. Congratulations, Mike. The next and last nominee is Stephanie Watts. If Stephanie would come forward. Stephanie Watts of the Black Mountain Neuromedical Treatment Center is unswerving in her commitment to clear communication, active advocacy, and loving support of the residents living on Spring Creek, George. Meaningful recognition for Stephanie frequently appears in her mailbox in the form of thank you notes from residents, family members. The themes of these notes include sincere appreciation for Stephanie's deep, meaningful actions, such as taking the time to make a phone call advising a family member of a loved one's concern, offering a listening ear when a family member's stress is high, and letting relatives know that not only all is well with families, but it's fine, and that it will be fine. We congratulate Stephanie on this nomination. The overall recipient for the Suzanne S. Turner Unsung Hero or Heroine Award is James Coleman. Congratulations, James.
And now, the Outstanding Public Service Employee of the Year. Please help me congratulate the overall recipient is Captain Daryl Fisher of the City of Asheville, Once again, we want to congratulate all those recognized this morning for their excellence in public service. Thank you for coming to UNC Asheville this morning. Now to turn this program back over for closing remarks to Chief Jeff Cooper.
Thank you, Chancellor and Dr. Dunn. We appreciate all that you do for us. Congratulations to all the nominees for their selected categories, and we appreciate y'all coming out today. And this is the closing of the program, and we hope that you have a great public service day, and we hope to see you back next year.